As we browse the showrooms trying to figure out what we should restore next and why, we can't help but be drawn to some of the rarer examples on offer. It's something we've done right from the start of this leaky voyage of discovery, but it rarely makes for plain sailing.
We all like rare things, oddball things, but it can very often be a bit of a thorn in your side. Rare cars are rare for a reason, aren't they? They didn't make very many because they were either too expensive or no good, or they rotted like a pig, in which case spares availability was used up during its lifespan.
You've got to be prepared to make, do, amend, you know, recondition a part rather than look for a new part or an exchange part.
But then we found this lurking outside, a 1972 Volkswagen Fastback. We think it's got a cool West Coast surfboard flower power thing going on. Plus, whilst uber rare in the UK, we reckon it must be near enough to a Beetle to mean there are parts in every breakers. Built between 1961 and 1973, the Type 3 Volkswagen was available in notchback, fastback or squareback, which was also called variant in Europe. They were important cars, at a time when Volkswagen were entirely reliant on sales from the Beetle and Transporter. The family-sized Type 3 was designed to expand the range and ensure the long-term survival of the company. The engines were 1500cc, air-cooled and in the boot. The Fastback got a 1600 and an option to have the world's first mass-produced fuel injection system fitted on the E model. Output was about 60 horsepower. 2.5 million Type 3s were produced, but most of them have rusted away.
That is a bit of an iconic thing, I agree with you. Not bad inside, it'd all clean up by the looks of it. It must be pretty wet and damp inside for the handbrake to go rusty, mustn't it? Poor, doesn't it stink?
There's definitely an issue with the paint.
I mean, it's scabby as hell, isn't it? You know, all this has got to be taken right the way down and prepared properly. Otherwise, it's going to pickle up in just weeks.
Derek's not happy about this one, and that's before we get to the money.
New chrome, new paint, looking lovely, looking the business, inside done whatever you have to do to the inside. In other words, looking a right nice car. What's it going to sell for? 10 grand? So, it's going to be a right tight going on, isn't it? Block number 544, the Volkswagen 1600 Fastback. Here we go. Where are we going to be on this? No keys, but no attempt has been made to start this vehicle since it was being brought straight out of storage. So there it is. What you see is what you get. Where are we going to be? 2,000. At £2,000. At 2,000. At £2,000. 2001. 21. 22. 2002. At
we're away.
2,200. 2,200. Are we all done? At 2,200. 2,200. That's sold to the Bangers and Cash project team. There we go.
It's a good start. £2 less than we expected. We've decided to send this one to our friend Johnny May, based just outside York.
Wet dog. Is that a good smell?
He spends a lot of time surfing, but has also restored countless vehicles, from American classics to thoroughbred supercars.
You can see inside. It's getting lighter. Yeah, a little brittle, isn't it? Yeah.
But Johnny's record with fastbacks isn't great.
I've only ever had one before. I did get it given, and I started, and then I gave up, sold it. And this one's worse. It is very original, so is that going for it? There's a lot of bits that are good. The wings are good. There's a lot that can be saved. The interior, actually, it looks horrible, but it's actually not that bad. New headlining, new carpets. I think the seats might repair. We need to put alloys on it, make it look a little nicer. Personally, I'd consider changing the colour. It's not the nicest green, but it's got to look something in keeping.
Who's going to be looking around the car with you?
I've got Mark looking around, my right-hand man. He's not as nice as me. Where are we starting?
We are starting with the poking sticks, Johnny.
Poking stick. Give me a poking stick. Look at the back.
Do you want one or two?
Oh. Right, yeah.
In a wing.
Yeah, OK. That should be a box section there.
Yeah.
And then all this is missing. All completely gone. OK, so I'm going to say this is a bit worse than I was expecting.
A little bit.
All the inside of that's rotted away. So we're going to have to take all this off. Your rear suspension sort of subframe there, that's gone up there as well.
That's quite unusual.
That is quite unusual.
Some bits seem intact, but not many.
Cable tie, that's what I've found so far. That's actually good.
So we don't need
Yeah.
a new one of them then?
No.
I think we could reuse that.
You can, if you pry a screwdriver under there, you can pry them off.
Pry it off, do it
all the time.
Yeah.
All right, tell me what's good.
Floor pan isn't too bad.
Floor
is it?
pan,
It's been
look at that.
patched up on the corners, but it's not bad, is it? You sometimes open a can of worms up as well, don't you, as soon as you start unbolting?
Yeah. This is unbelievably good.
Yeah.
To say how bad the rest
of it is, yeah.
I'm going to be positive now.
That bit of bulkhead's all right, isn't it?
Metal.
Metal. Front beam's good. Front end's not as bad as the back, is it?
Yeah, front end's better than the back.
Yeah.
You would expect the back of one of these to be quite rust-free with all the oil that leaks out of them. But this one, maybe because it's seized. From here
Yeah.
to here
All
is good.
All solid.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
Everything from here
Little corners
to here,
have been
not so good.
not so good.
We'll know more as the fastback's dismantled, but it is possible we might have bought mainly rust. Johnny seems up for the challenge, though.
Can be fixed. It's not going to be cheap. There's a lot of work to do. There's not many of them left now, is there? So it's got to be saved. It's got to be saved. Going to make a really good car. It'll be really cool.
Back at Johnny's garage, the dismantling of the Volkswagen Fastback is about to begin.
Johnny, what's the plan today?
Well, plan today, get the engine out, and then that's it.
This car is from the days of peace and love to all, including mice.
Nuts. Nuts. A nest of nuts. It's quite cosy, doesn't it?
We are protecting the wildlife.
First things first, get your wiring in order.
Future-proofing.
Mark's sensible.
So, Mark, labelling everything up's always a good move.
Yeah, because if I decide I don't want to put it back together, I can just pass it on to somebody else. Just want to go down.
By VW standards, this was a powerful engine, but in reality, not that powerful. But they were lovely and smooth. The Type 3 is always really smooth car, a lot smoother and nicer to drive than the Beetle. Job done. Ta-da!
We didn't even get a drum roll, did we?
Didn't even get a drum roll.
Yeah.
The plan for the engine, pretty straightforward.
Fix it. That's what we're going to do. We're going to fix it.
It's probably the cheaper and more available bit, because it's all the mechanicals will be interchangeable with the Beetle.
It would be nice if it does actually move.
We don't need that, man.
We don't need them.
Are you surprised that that's free then, John?
That's freed up just like that.
So no great concerns then? You're not too worried about it now, then?
Not in the slightest bit worried now.
Not in the slightest bit worried?
Nah.
But it's still going to need a fair amount of attention. And as for the bodywork corrosion, that problem just keeps getting bigger.
I'm blaming the mice.
Got a taste for it.
Taste for metal.
Yeah. Yorkshire mice, isn't it?
Yorkshire
Rock
mice. Yeah.
Back in North Yorkshire, we're a month into the fastback restoration. Johnny and Mark have waded into the corroded bodywork.
We have started on the driver's side front inner wing.
There's been a fair amount of this, quite a lot of this, and no end of this.
What have we discovered?
Less metal. We've discovered less metal. What looked like a hole this big has turned into a hole this big.
How bad is this car?
Very.
As well as the holes, there are lots of dodgy patches. If it was a Beetle, we'd just buy replacement panels. But this VW comes with an unpleasant surprise.
You wouldn't believe how little you can buy for it. There's very little that's shared with the Beetle. You'd think it would be, but it's all slightly different. Even the front brakes are different. It's what you'd expect from, you know, some weird Italian handmade supercar. We found a site in America listing front panels. Wow, get a front panel, and you realise you click on it, it's a second-hand panel. And it could still have rust in it anyway. No guarantee.
So we've got to make stuff.
It's easy just to make it up. I genuinely would say this is the rustiest car we've had in here, and the worst for getting any parts for. Massive can of worms.
But it is scoring well on biodiversity.
We have more rodent action.
Financial Times.
Financial Times.
What are the headlines?
Vole eats newspaper and chokes on rust.
Next job, remove the axles.
Watchmaker's tool.
Watchmakers. Ball joint splitter.
Yeah, you go.
You go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
No, you go.
It's too hot.
Mark moans it's too hot all the time, you know. In the summer, right the way through the summer, it's too hot, it's too hot, it's too hot.
And then in the winter?
Winter, it's too cold, it's too cold. Never happy.
Never, I remember that. Well, yeah, oh, a little ray of sunshine.
A little ray of sunshine, a little ray of misery. How much weight?
That much.
There you go.
Everything was fine because of the amount of chips I ate at dinner time.
Down to the floor. More bits off. It's all rotten. Up in here, there. When that's your whole rear suspension hanging on that.
Where it came from isn't much better either.
How's it looking?
Horrible.
I would imagine there's a lot of people who would start this car and just give up.
Near York, we're 8 months in and resigned to the fact that we've bought a dog when it comes to our VW fastback.
This car is the worst restoration I've seen. We have found all the welding in the world that needs doing.
Replacement panels are very scarce, so Johnny and Mark are having to do a lot of fabricating here in the workshop.
Big mammoth task. A big woolly mammoth with tusks, but a large one. Not a normal mammoth, like an extra large one. This is bracing to hold it all in place, because otherwise it would fall over. We have got new heater channels, sills. These still need more spot welding, but this is all positioned in. There's some plates done here. This is another panel we got from Germany. That's gone in. We've had to fabricate a panel there. A lot of this here has had to be handmade, all of this. So that's kind of close now, but the next bit is going to be this back, which is not fairly close. The opposite of fairly close.
The bit where you put your feet has needed a lot of work too.
The floor pan's had a lot of welding done to it.
All here, down there, round there, and same on the other side, where it rotted through.
All of that is all brand new.
How many hours do you think we've gone into it?
We're pushing 300 hours now, so far. One rotten exhaust. You are not rubbish, Mark.
I am a little bit rubbish.
First cylinder head off. This clearly hasn't run for quite some time. There's a lot of muck in there. But at first glance, doesn't look that bad. Yeah, but I'm happy with that. Happy.
The 4-cylinder 1600 engine in the fastback originally left the factory with electronic fuel injection, but a previous owner swapped it for traditional carbs. The question is, why bother? The high-tech injection system had an electronic control unit that received information from sensors monitoring things like air and coolant temperature, fuel pressure, engine speed and load. This information determined how much fuel injectors would release near the intake valve. Fully functioning, you got an extra 20 horsepower, but components often failed and fault finding was tricky. Carburettors, on the other hand, are old-school analogue. There's a reservoir of fuel with a float that stops the supply when it's full. Air is drawn in, and it's then constricted in a barrel called the venturi, creating a vacuum which pulls the fuel up a small tube. This produces the air-fuel mixture. The throttle increases the air input downstream of the venturi, creating lower pressure behind it and dragging more fuel up the pipe. Simple mechanics, and infinitely more fixable at the side of the road.
Whip the valves out, have a look at them, just go through the engine. But I don't think any major bits are going to need doing.
I'm happy with what we've seen there. And I think, you know, like, you can wipe your tears away now, Johnny.
Can I wipe my tears away?
You've earned yourself a biscuit.
Generic jam-filled biscuit.
Yeah.
The newly welded floor pan will be stripped before paint.
Do you want to unhook your clutch cable?
Do you want me to give you a little bit of wiggle room?
Wiggle it, just a little bit.
Just pulling brake pipes off, but we'll replace all these. Some people do like to have brakes working on the car, don't they?
Yeah.
And also pedals, which need detaching.
Do these not slide off here?
It's like the thing. No, this is like the things you get in crackers.
Is this proving difficult?
No. We're looking stupid. What curses are acceptable? Bother. Look at that.
See? Lift it in.
As various bits head to the chromers,
Off to a better place.
Better place.
Johnny and Mark return to some of their least favourite jobs in order to get the fastback ready for paint. It's all becoming a bit... So we thought best to just leave them with their own thoughts for a while
Can we just give up?
and come back in a few weeks. Back with our meticulously chosen 72 Volkswagen,
Definitely the worst car we've ever seen.
there's finally some good news. It's taken months, but we've now got a shell without holes that we can paint.
Unless we cut everything out and put it back to how it should be, then there was no point in doing it. The patches on patches, horrible.
Now into year 2 of the project, the floor pan is fully restored and finally new parts are arriving.
We have some brake flexi hoses there. We have a clutch cable, I would say, there.
It's like Christmas.
Look at these pedal rubbers, Mark. The VW logo on as well,
Yeah.
just in case you were unsure what it was. Clutch cable. If you look carefully into there, that is the light at the end of the tunnel. This is a bit of fuel line. This will outlive the car now.
Good lad, Johnny.
Can you see that
I
pipe?
can see him. There, look at that.
Brake master cylinder. The brake pedal has a rod that pushes through the inside of here and it pushes the fluid out down the pipes.
Over the next few days, everything on the floor pan was connected up and fitted.
We'll lift the body onto it, bolt it in, and hopefully get some proper colour on then.
Whilst all this has been going on, other milestones have been reached too.
Shiny.
Parts of the original rear axle were completely shot, but after months of searching, Johnny did a good thing.
I have managed to source a complete subframe, really, really good condition. I think it was from Sweden. So we have cleaned that all up, painted it, and it's like new.
Just 2 bits of the old axle needed to be extracted and reused. The torsion bars are an integral part of this car's suspension.
Basically, instead of a spring on this, it twists that bar. The bar does that, and that acts as your spring. There we go. Basic, simple, and it works.
After this, a further 4 months went by, waiting for more parts. But when we returned, there was a big consolation. Our VW Fastback was actually looking like a car again.
The body's back on the floor pan, the inside's painted, the floor pan's all done.
Good colour. That's finished colour on the dash, isn't it? Which is the best colour. If anybody would like to say otherwise, they're wrong.
They are wrong.
With the worst of the work done and the rest of the body finally ready for paint, it's a moment so significant, Johnny is in a reflective mood.
We have bitten off far more than anyone could chew. If you could go back to the beginning, you'd probably say, let's just not bother. But we're winning. It's a nice car, really pretty car, that's the thing. You forget, because you look at cars now, they're all dull, aren't they? And this is, it's got style.
As for our VW Fastback, it's now looking very nice in its retro green paintwork. And elsewhere, there's been good progress.
Headlining is done.
Yep. Headlining's beautiful, look at that.
We are actually getting some panels into paint. We've got the rear wings are ready, the doors are not far behind.
Our car has been restored alongside all the other jobs to go through this busy garage. With too much welding and not enough spares, it's definitely been the most challenging for Johnny and Mark.
I was 21 when we started this.
How old does that make him now then, Mark?
Well, looking at him, I'd say mid-60s. He's slowed down a lot as well, mentally and physically.
He's done his back in.
He has done his back in, yeah, which is pretty entertaining. That's a broken man you're pointing the camera at.
But as we approach the last few days of this 3-year project, the car starts to really take shape.
Thank you.
With the help of new apprentice, Thea.
Right, do you want to come grab that from that side there? You keep pressure on there.
The cord pulls the rubber seal into place.
Piece of cake.
Everything now that's going on is a little bit more rewarding, isn't it?
Another few days and both the engine and the seats are in.
Yeah, you've done a great thing. You've saved a car that would not have been saved, so it's a low-mileage, one-owner car. It wasn't worth doing, but you've done it.
I love this colour. To a purist, they're probably going to say, should have left it the standard colour, should have standard wheels on it and all that. But, you know, I think hopefully going to make it a little bit more appealing, isn't it?
We're pleased we never gave up on our neglected 50-year-old V-Dub because we reckon now it's an absolute stunner. But looks this good don't come cheap. Including tax and commission, it was £2,398 to buy. Parts were £6,762. Upholstery set us back £5,125. Chroming came in at £1,200. And labour was £34,000, bringing the total to a slightly crushing £49,485. When it comes to picking cars, we've learned a painful lesson again.
Is this it? Oh, is it, look. Look at him, look. How are you doing?
All right, how are you?
Oh, you what? I don't think I'm as happy as you.
What, because this is going?
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get it cleaned up later on, like, you know.
Give it a little polish for me.
Yeah. Tell you what, it's a lovely colour, isn't it?
You like it?
Yeah, I actually do,
Good.
yeah. So you had to do a bit of welding then, eh? Like literally all of it.
Yeah, well, I was just looking, we pulled in here, there's a Morris Minor there. It was probably worse than that.
The thing is, you can't rush quality, Johnny, can you?
That's
I don't
it.
understand
Perfection
these
takes
lads.
time. Do you want to have a look under there?
Yeah. Oh, look at that. Beautiful, that. Yeah, no, I think that is brilliant, mate. Well done. Credit to you.
Thank you.
Yeah, spot on.
Agreed. But now it's time to get some cash back.
Volkswagen 1600T Fastback, without question one of the stars of the show. We love it to bits. Right, we're on with it. Loads and loads of bids here. No point in going all through them. 17.5, 18,000, 18.5, 19,000 on the internet. And I'm going to submit that 19,005, 19.5. Internet's back in at 20, 20,500, 21,000, 21,000. Are you all done, Dave? 21,000. You going to take it?
Yep.
You sure?
Yep.
Don't come crying afterwards.
I'm not going to cry, no.
All right. We could pick a...
Oh, what's going on here?
I got 21.5
Yeah.
on the telephone. Ball's on your court. 21,750. Good lad. 21,750. What do you think? Do you want 22?
22, yeah.
22. She says 22. Internet, you're out. 22. Go.
Great. Good. Well done.
Quite a loss for us, but still a very good price for a fastback. Bought by a private collector, it heads off to a new home in Scotland. With so many beautiful classics around the showroom, there's the potential for us to repeatedly make a decision with the heart, not the head.
Most of the cars, or all the cars you do, look very good, but I probably won't come to you for financial advice.
In an attempt to retain some faint hope of credibility, we're going back to basics. We fancy the idea of a Volkswagen Beetle. Surely it has to be one of the top 3 simplest cars to restore.
Morris 1000, Mini, and then MGB, down to parts availability and usability.
For something a little bit different, everything's available, isn't it?
Even though the Matthewsons don't share our interest.
I don't like Beetles.
They don't do it for me.
It doesn't score badly.
I suppose, yeah, you're going to have to call them in the top 5, aren't you?
We'll take that. And we think we've found one that will make the restoration a bit more interesting. A rare 1976 convertible. The iconic Volkswagen Beetle was launched in 1938, and one of the many people who bought one was Wilhelm Carmen, a coach builder from Osnabrück. He promptly lopped off the roof, reinforced the sills, added a transverse strengthening beam, and redesigned the doors. The interior was uprated with ashtrays, map pockets, and even a fancy Telefunken radio, for good measure. Volkswagen loved the Carmen convertible so much, they ordered them for over 30 years. In total, 330,000 were made, but sadly, the majority have rusted away.
Most of the Carmen ones were left hookers. This is certainly a left hooker, so that limits your customer base in this country tremendously. Inside's nice, door cards, seats, even down to carpets, all extremely good. And the hood is in really nice condition. But look at the paint job. Every panel on this car has got an issue, even down to the bonnet. This is one of the cars that us in the trade would have just totally and absolutely steered clear of. Everywhere, look. Crud, corrosion, everywhere you look. It needs to be the full house, or leave it, don't do it. One or the other. And I know what'll happen. You can't resist touching them, can you? You'll do it.
We probably will. But given its condition, Derek's advice is, as always, not to overspend at the auction.
$3 grand. That's its money.
The VW Beetle. Nice little thing that looks. 35's gone. 36 with Sooty. 36. 36 is with Sooty. 37 Channel Islands. 38's with Andy. 38, 39, 4-1 on my left, Andrew, 4-1.
It's fine.
Sooty, 4-2, 4-3 on my left.
Do you need to lie down?
4-3.
Yes.
OK.
4-4 is Sooty, Channel Islands, 4-5. 4-6, across the water again, 4-7. 4-8. 4-8, 4-9. 5,000 £5,000. 5-1 says Andy. 5-2. 5-2, thank you for letting me know. 5-2.
You're not supposed to be getting stressed.
5-3, 54, Channel Islands. 55, fair warning to everybody at 55. Bangers of cash ticket.
Got one.
Derek won't be happy with how much we paid, but we'll try to make up for it with the restoration. We've decided to send this one to a true old-school Beetle specialist.
They're dead easy. Lawnmower.
It's a lawnmower.
It's a lawnmower engine.
But it's a 1300.
1300S.
What's the S?
Super Beetle. It's got a curved windscreen and it's got more boot space in the front.
Kel Muir's runs the classic car workshop in Croft, with help from long-suffering mechanic George.
When he first started, not a clue. Brilliant, eh? Love Beetles, mate. Because we've had that many, he knows them inside and out now. Everything's right, everything's in its right place. It's just the body side of it. That's all it needs. No, I didn't say it. That's all it needs. But I've got good vibes about it. That's obviously working.
Stick it in reverse as well. Look at that. She's ready for her MOT.
Beetles of this era were a bit quirky.
There we go. Still got the original way of keeping the pressure in the water bottle. Is run by the spare wheel. Pipe comes off here, runs down, comes across into your spare wheel.
So your spare wheel just invariably went flat?
Yeah, over time. Look at that.
So when it had gone flat, could you wash your windscreen?
No, no. You need to go to the garage and blow it up again. Hey, look at that, eh?
That's unreal, that, isn't it? That's brilliant. Absolutely superb.
There's also a handy theft-proof radio.
You used to put it in your little man bag and you were away. There we are.
And of course that air-cooled engine in the boot.
It looks like it's had an engine change. There's a plate being riveted on and the first few letters tells you what engine size it is.
ADR 4009.
Well, put a 1600 in.
It's all very interesting, but we can't put off looking underneath this car any longer. Head of corrosion, Will, is equipped with some high-tech prodders.
It's his Bluetooth screwdriver.
What are you expecting under there?
Probably to find some holes. It's separating with rust.
First impressions are not good.
Nasty, horrible plate put on there.
Where the rust is?
Yeah.
What? What have you found?
Massive hole up there.
Where?
A big hole.
Oh, it is that.
Sometimes rotten.
It's fine, it's fine.
Very squishy. There's a hole there.
I mean, yeah, there's a few little holes and stuff, and it does need repaint to bring it back up to scratch. Cutting out, patching up. But I honestly think it's a thing of beauty.
Let's hope he still has the same opinion when we start taking it apart. Near Darlington, Kelly's about to start stripping down our Beetle.
Here we are.
So far, he seems surprisingly happy with our choice, and not at all troubled by the steering wheel being on the wrong side.
VW people, they're not bothered. The ones I have seen that have sold over the years, they've all fetched around the 15 to 20 mark, left-hand drive. Just like that.
Mechanic Woody is helping out today.
Is it all fairly easy to take apart then? So
As long as the bolts come undone, don't need tools at all.
You don't need tools at all?
Many
tools.
He's reassuringly methodical.
Important to label things up then, Woody, is it?
Unfortunately, you never know who's putting it back together.
I can see where you come from. It might be the front. I think they go on any corner, don't they? He likes to label everything. Me, I just fling it all in the box and hope for the best.
Running board ain't great. Mounting points are a bit chewed.
Feels a bit crispy. It's fine. Baboosh.
Kel will try to restore as many of the original parts as possible, but sometimes a compromise is needed.
I'm going to put a new wing on this one, because the rust is too far, I think. By the time you've stripped it and repaired it and everything, you may as well just buy a new one. You can buy anything and everything for these things. This is as I expected it when I took this wing off. This is the worst one. I'm hoping.
The more bits that come off...
I think I found a Deutschmark. Come on, there we are. Oops.
The more likelihood of finding expensive problems lurking underneath.
Ooh, it's all gone orange. Yeah, definitely been wet in here. Give us a screwdriver.
No, don't give him a screwdriver.
But, oh, it's gone through.
This is by some distance the worst news of the day.
Oh well, bill's just doubled.
Across the Pennines, and our Volkswagen Carmen enters its third week of restoration. There's still no engine in the front, and there isn't one in the back now either.
And today we're going to strip some of the engine down, ready to clean up, and do some paint stripping on the doors, bonnet and boot.
With the invaluable help of Woody, there's already been good progress with the bodywork.
This is one of the doors that we've already stripped, and we put a bit of acid on there for the rust. But once we grind that back, that should get that rust gone. It hasn't been properly welded across there. When they overlap, the metal sweats and starts expanding with the rust.
The bonnet currently has an unpleasant orange peel appearance.
It looks like someone's lacquered it even more than what they should have. There's some sort of reaction going on with that.
A lot of the methods that you use for stripping paint create heat. It causes the metal to expand and deforms panels. The paint stripper is quite gentle on the panel and should leave it, the shape that it is.
As for the engine, it could have almost stayed in the car if it wasn't for a small but common fault on Beetles.
Well, we took it out because the crank oil seal at the back was leaking. You've got to take the clutch and flywheel off, and it's just behind here.
It's also a good opportunity to give it all a clean.
They're so simple to strip down anyway. If the body's getting an overhaul, we may as well have a matching engine. Just dressing it up, making it look better. Right, first things first, flywheel lock and key. Locks everything up so you can get that off there without it turning over.
The rubber ring that Kel's aiming for might only be a simple component, but if the leak continues, the engine could be badly damaged.
That's that off. So the oil's leaking past the oil seal here. It's been running down and dripping from the back. There we go.
New one, old one.
Bit of blue roll, clean my hands. Don't like having dirty hands. Little bugbearer, man. Working in a garage and all.
Of course, this engine is a bit different to your average lump. Normally, to keep all the moving parts at optimum temperature, you'd have water circulating around the outside of the cylinders, which is then cooled by the radiator. These systems tend to be efficient but complex. With air-cooled engines like the one in the Beetle, you just have a massive fan which blows towards the hot bits. They're simple, cheap and durable, but they're noisy and emissions tend to be higher. On the outside, Woody is peeling back this car's colourful history.
Online it says the original colour was green. We've found blue, silver, red. I think it's been painted green twice. It's a bit like a gobstopper.
This level of prep will result in a solid car for the next owner, but it could reveal all sorts of additional areas that need welding.
So how long before you reckon it's good to go?
Oh, no, well, I've got a piece of string around here somewhere. We can measure that.
In North Yorkshire, the opening scenes to a horror show.
It's not in the best of states. It's a bit of a Frankenstein, this car now.
More of those nasty overlapping panels have emerged.
The original comes down to about here, and this has been put over the top. There was then 10 millimetres of filler put on top to get the right shape. It's basically from midline on the body down, all the way around. Body filler started about here, all the way up to this section here. It's fake. It's making something look right rather than it being right.
At this point, walking away from the project doesn't seem that daft.
Yeah, if this was a horse, you'd be calling a vet to put it out of its misery. Everything can be fixed. Basically, all these bad repairs are going to have to be cut out. It's going to increase the time about another 50%.
Woody will restore as much of the bodywork as he can. But because of all the previous bodgers, he might have to order some new panels. To cheer us up though, the engine at least is now in good shape.
It should be quite simple and fast to put this back together. We've done a quick sandblast of the outer tinware and just recoated them up with some shiny paint. It just finishes it off, doesn't it? Took me a few days, but it just tidies it up and makes it look a lot better. Beautiful. I mean, obviously I've got to screw it all together now, which takes a little bit of time, but straight away, I mean, look at the transformation. It's going to look fantastic in the car, I think.
Back near Darlington, Woody has now spent a further 2 months heroically welding our Beetle.
Good example. That's all a new repair panel, and you can tell the difference in finish.
The rear wing mounting now also has new metal.
I've taken from there all the way around to here, where all the bolts were. Basically, they rotted around. And then I've cut up into this area because that had rotted out as well. You can buy a repair panel out of a catalogue, but why spend £200 on a repair section where I'm going to use 6 inches of it?
Other areas were thoroughly checked for corrosion and just tidied up, so we don't go completely mad with the budget.
By the time it's all painted up, you're not going to see anything. And it'll be structurally sound and it'll look amazing.
It's always the customer's choice, what do they want, because a lot of cars have sentimental value, in which case they want it better than it came out the factory.
Do we make it look concourse, or do we just make it look nice?
Kel and Woody would choose the former, but on this occasion, we're going to go for the cheaper, but still perfectly sound option.
Let's go down that route.
Good plan. Woody then enters a period of non-concourse but effective patching. He bought some new floor pans, but just used sections to replace the rusty areas.
The majority of it was solid metal. It took me 2 hours rather than a day and a bit.
Woody ploughed on, but eventually we were in a position to start thinking about paint.
I always like to put them back to the original colours that they actually left the factory in. And as we've been stripping it back under the many layers of paint, we found that the original colour of this car was silver. And I do like the silver ones.
That's what we'll do then. Miraculously, it took less than 2 weeks for Kel and paint specialist Will to fill, flatten and prime the bodywork.
To make it go quicker for the timescale, we've done a side each.
The Beetle might be from 1976, but its original paint, diamond silver, was first developed in the 50s.
Because it's silver, it's got to be sprayed different to any other colour. Because if you put it on too heavy, it'll leave streaks, so it'll look blotchy, and then it'll have to be redone again. It's just because of all the metallic particles in the paint. So you've got to have your pressure right, your fan pattern right, everything.
Which of course Will did. The end result? Spectacular, and definitely better than a dodgy green. In Croft,
George,
we're about to reassemble what is now our silver Beetle. Kel and Woody have spent a total of 9 weeks just on the bodywork. No, the car isn't perfect, but you'd have to be proper picky to tell the difference.
it looks great. I think even I'd be interested in this one. It looks a million, doesn't it? I mean, it didn't quite stand out in the green, but this is going to stand out in the crowd. It's a good motor.
First job, put the engine back where it belongs.
That's it. Should just fall in, just like that. Stand well back and we'll just drop it on it. How exciting's that? You're all right? You're all right. Just a little bit of wiggling and jiggling. Yeah, again. Yes. That's it. Shaboof.
It's just like putting a lawnmower back together.
Spurred on by that success, the next heaviest object
to you
heads for the car.
Ta-da! Single condition, the roof.
Oh, yeah.
Let it settle overnight. Just smoothing it out.
Doesn't it look good?
Hey, it does though. Das ist fantastisch.
Retaining the sturdy German soft top and also the carpet, now cleaned, has probably saved us about £1,000.
What's that then, Woody?
This is a wing for the rear of the vehicle because it's got coloured light on it.
But there are some components that are nicked gut.
Somebody took the paint off in the past with a grinder. They're covered in big gouges.
Luckily though, we've had a recent delivery.
So for the cost of shot blasting the wheels and repainting them up the same as this, it would probably been twice the price. They were only £425 for the full set. Watch out.
There's still a bit of fertling to do.
Running boards, windscreen, the front seats, and the bonnet.
But after 5 months in the workshop, we're nearly there.
Like the majority of the cars that come in here, by the time we strip them back, it's never good underneath that paintwork. But you're solid now. It's an absolute stunning car. The colour and everything's just perfect on it, I think. It's a good one, isn't it?
We think so. And a few days later, it looked even better when the interior was complete and all the chrome had been put back on. It's a thorough job without doing a complete rebuild. But how much did we spend? Including tax and commission, our Volkswagen Beetle Carmen was £5,995 to buy. Labour was £27,144 and parts and materials were £3,515, bringing the total to a hefty £36,654. And it could have been a lot worse.
It looks lovely. Yeah, it looks great. It's very pretty. I don't know whether I like Beetles, but I like that. The colour and the wheels that complement the colour and the overall presentation, which is paramount, are all really good. My immediate concern is what side the steering wheel's on. UK buyers, even cars that you can only really get in left-hand drive, they're anti-left-hand drive, But having said that, I like it. I do genuinely like it.
It's officially the car that slightly changed Dave's opinion of Beetles. Now, we just need to get some cash back on it.
Lot number 429 is the 1976 Volkswagen.
Look at it, it's gorgeous.
03 Beetle. We've got some bids here. £7,000, £8,000 is Emily at 8, £9,000, £10,000, 10,2 says Mark. You're back in 10,4, 10,004, 10,004, Emily at 10,4.
After the rapid opening gambits, the bids start levelling at nearly 25 grand below break even.
I hate the selling.
£13,200, straight in front, 13,4. 13,4.
Then a prolonged period of auction ping pong.
16,2 with Mark, 16,4 with M.
As the price slowly rises in £200 increments.
18,4, 18,6.
And eventually we reach the heady heights of
20, 20,200, 20,004.
And on it goes, until finally, one of the bidders gives up.
Mark's bidder there at £23,200. On dial then and going at 23,200.
Well done.
And sold. Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Well done.
Oh, man, didn't you do well with that? Oh, lovely job. Super car. Look, very good. Well done. Congratulations. Done very well. I'm pleased for you.
The tenacious new owner is from Kent. Apparently they've wanted a VW Carman Beetle forever, and we reckon ours is well worthy of fulfilling a lifelong dream. It's the start of another busy day at the Matthewson's garages.
Old cars in general, what draws you to them?
You see them when they go past, everyone looks. I mean, most of my friend group were into this sort of stuff.
I'd love that coach over there, I think.
Do you know who owns the coach?
No, who does?
Derek Matthewson.
Oh.
With auctions every month and 7,000 lots a year to get through, downtime isn't something that's discussed a lot.
Holidays.
Hello, what?
Exactly.
Going abroad, what are going on, isn't it? It's much easier to go to Farley for the day, isn't it?
The trouble is, in my experience, you're bored out your noggin because you've got nothing really to do, have you, other than spend money looking at stuff. And then you come home and a few months go by and you forgot where you've been.
Most people, though, do manage to get away. And for some, that involves a very specific type of vehicle. The first motorised camper van was dreamt up by British naval captain Francis Dunn in 1935. After contracting polio, he modified a Pontiac so he could travel in comfort with his wife. In the 50s, the German company Westphalia started converting standard Volkswagen transporters. And at the same time in the UK, the new Bedford CA had become the basis for Dormobile's bedroom on wheels, which featured a nifty side pop-up roof. In the 60s, we were treated to the Commer Road Ranger and the Ford Thames 400E as levels of comfort and practicality started to rise. Today, there are countless conversion companies with camper vans seen in all corners of the UK. Their popularity is very much on the up. We'd quite like to restore a classic split-screen or bay-windowed Volkswagen bus, but there's a problem.
The older ones, they're sought after. I think they're great, but they're mega money, aren't they?
Some of the early Samba models have sold for nearly 100 grand, so we're eyeing up something a tad cheaper. This one's still a Volkswagen, but a 1991 T3, or as they're known in the UK, a T25. It's only done 64,000 miles.
I reckon it'd be all right for you. Decent mat in there, rather than the old off-cut from the living room carpet. A little bit of paintwork here and there. There's not loads to do, is there? Microwave. Oh, you're away, aren't you? Hey? Oh, carsy in there, look. Cracked it, haven't you?
It's also got a fridge, a gas hob, and the seats fold down into a cosy double.
We find, as a rule, somewhere around about the 8K mark buys you a good one.
That's more like it.
509, the VW T25, bonny looking van this. Who's gonna start me? 7.5, 7,500, 8,000, 8,000 pound, 8.5, 9,000, 9.1, 9.2. On my left, 9.3, West Sussex, they're taking you all the way, 9.3, 9.4. 9.5.
It's on sale now.
I'm looking at Andy.
9.5 is going to West Sussex at the moment. 9.6.
We are now experts at losing money.
9.7.
But in a first, even for us, one member of our team now seems to be bidding against another.
I've got to stop at some point.
10.5.
Oh, away, man.
10.6. 10.7. Andy wants 10.8.
I'll let him have 10.8.
10,008. Andy's bid down there at 10,008 for the first, 10.8 for the second, third and last time, sold. There you go.
Like a well-oiled machine. We're sending our latter-day love bus to some true van life enthusiasts. Dave and Chloe Gaunt specialise in restoring VW campers from all eras.
We love campers. It's your transportation, it can get you there, and then there's no pitching your tent up when you're there and arguing with each other. You just rock up, you know, and that view, it could be mountains, it could be the beach.
I think since having kids as well, they just love it. It's like a playhouse on wheels. I think it's a really nice sort of family life to have.
Joining Dave today for the arrival of our recent purchase is mechanic Gareth Dunn.
Like an expectant father waiting for the baby to arrive. It looks better than most of what pulls up here. Paint doesn't tell you much, does it? But it looks solid from the outside. Billy Ruffian, got a good name.
They're keen to check out the engine, which of course is hidden in the boot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
I believe it's a 1.9 DG. It's the most common engine.
It's petrol driven and water cooled.
They're good when they're running, but they just have an inherent problem here with the studs sitting in the water jacket. And if over the years, if people use cheap coolant, these rust away and basically the engine comes apart. And that's when they need a rebuild. £5 something like that. But this looks like it's been well looked after.
We've seen a lot worse.
That said, the engine doesn't actually work at the moment. And that's not the only concern.
Oh, hang on. The windscreen's going to have to come out to treat this. There could be a little bit of welding. See the water coming out there?
It's the same round the back too.
You can see the way it's lifted the seal up here.
The rain gutters are retaining a lot of water.
Filled them with sealant,
yeah,
which is a bit worrying.
There's some bits of bubbling rust.
Crunchy bits. Needs attention.
But it's not all bad.
Ooh, that's smooth.
Do you like that, Dave?
That's a nice door as well. And that gap line is very good, actually.
So far, fair to middling for a 35-year-old van. Time to find out what lurks beneath.
Yeah, sills are nice and solid.
What about brake lines? Absolutely fine.
They've got some sort of coolant leak. You can see this is all wet. Something needs looking at here.
This is a solid van. Pulls under. Oh, you just come through?
It's a solid van. I'm afraid the screwdriver of truth has gone whoop into here. It might not be too bad. We see vans which are holes all over. So one little tiny hole in your battery tray. So you should see that as a good thing.
Of course, without somewhere to sleep, this camper van is just a van. So Chloe has arrived to make sure it fulfills its minimum requirement.
The rock and roll bed.
Yep. Oh, you did it. There you go.
This should come out and fold flat to match this, and then that makes your bed.
So at the moment, it's not a bed?
It's not a bed, no. And this looks a little bit, yeah, it might not take the weight. Oh, here we go, hold on. If you're camping and you want to sleep straight away, you don't want to be doing that.
There we go.
Yeah.
I take it that doesn't work quite correctly.
No.
It looks a bit more
difficult. You just made it look difficult, did you?
Clearly a few things to attend to.
I think the curtains need changing.
Covers are all right. Keep those and just replace the foam.
But hopefully, fun times ahead.
She's going up on her own. Woof! That will be your secondary bedroom up there.
In York, work is about to start on our VW Fun Bus.
Sun's coming out now, so some blue sky up here, so we need to get on with it so you can get camping.
Because the engine is in the bag, cooling it to prevent overheating is a bit more tricky, especially when the system is leaking. It's Gareth's first job.
We're going to empty all the coolant out, inspect the condition of some of the hoses and connections on the cooling system, and then basically refill it with fresh coolant.
The old stuff looks like it's been in there a while.
Probably 10, 20 plus years. This is where the expletives will start.
Not a lot of room to work in here.
No, never is. Remove this spring clip, and then there we go.
18 litres of fluid exits the vehicle. Some of it ends up in the bucket.
Makes you want to go to the loo, doesn't it? We're going to take this rubber hose off and we'll see what condition the metal end is in here. 2 on the pipes here and 2 at the front.
They're amongst the most important components on the vehicle.
Right, yeah, so the end of this has gone. So this is compromised, this pipe. You see there, that's the remains of the metal insert. And stuck in our pipe up here, you can see the part of it there is fractured off. Yeah. The impact, if this comes away and you lose all your coolant, there's a risk of then destroying your engine.
All the plastic pipes will be replaced with stainless steel. While we wait for those to arrive, there's another important issue to address in the cabin.
You need to be able to demist your window and you need to be able to stay warm to survive.
Currently, the blower motor is kaput.
Nothing.
And that's a pain.
Problem is it's buried under the dash in a big box which is glued together. It's not much fun, to be honest. So I don't want to break it. Hey! There we go. Looks new, doesn't it? Motor's in there. That's off. I'm clear, I'm all clear on my side.
A quick snap as a reminder of the wiring.
Yeah, I'll take it.
And the dash is out. Now well past tea time, you'd think that was it. But Volkswagen don't do things by halves.
The motor's in there. We've just got to get to it.
It's going to be a late night for Dave. Back in York, there's now a large hole in our VW camper's dash. And that's good news.
Just decided to set the airbox out. The blower motor was seized, which is what we thought. So, Gareth's already taken it out for us. If all our customers are wondering what happens to their old knackered parts, they're at Gareth's house.
So do I need to go and have a look around now, Gareth, and see what else might have disappeared?
Just trying to think. No, I've not had anything else off it. So the motor goes here. There's your little heater matrix, which is like a little radiator. And here we are. Ta-da! Brand new motor, yeah. Gareth got the other one unseized, but the amount of effort it takes to get in there, you might as well, you know, it's 30 quid, so you might as well change it. And then we know you're good for 10 years and not 10 months, you know.
Today, various bits are destined for the body shop.
You got that? Yeah. It'll get primed and then I believe it's getting colour-coded to match the van.
The 90s black plastic is not really doing it for people anymore.
Dave doesn't like silver plastic either, so it looks like the wheels will change too.
I've got to take the windscreen and the rear window out today because there's some rust around the frames. Classic vehicles have rubber seals around the window frame. Modern vehicles are bonded in, so you don't really get that trapped water or water ingress that you can get when a seal hardens over time. It's going.
There you go, easy peasy. Don't be shy. That's what we do in management here, when they irritate us too much. There you go.
There we go.
Ta-da! And we have a hole.
And it's not the only one. The screwdriver's telling us there could be a bit more welding than we first thought. In preparation for Chloe to start on the interior, somebody's nana's old carpet is being replaced by Ollie.
It can be a little bit fiddly with glue on glue, so you kind of get one good chance to get a first go at it, but it's not a fairly basic job.
And next door, Matt is sanding the bumpers before their increasingly controversial colour change.
From my experience from selling T25s, I think it will make it more appealing. It'll be nicer on the eye.
I wouldn't do it. I like the black bumpers against the white body personally. It makes it look like a 90s van. Well, it is a 90s van.
Gareth would not touch the van. We wouldn't get any money if it was up to him. He'd just leave everything as it was.
We're happy to change them, but Gareth's is definitely the cheaper option. York, after 8 weeks in the resource bay, Billy, as our camper van is now known round here, seems to be responding to treatment.
We've only been working on Billy intermittently, far from a full-time job. Done 2 main jobs on her. Firstly, we put the new heater blower motor in. 1, that's low, medium, high. So that's all good. And when the engine's hot and hot coolant's coming up to this heater matrix, that's where you get your hot air out the heater motor. So that's all good. The second other major job that we've done is to put the new coolant pipes in, then filled it up with proper coolant, so the van can be driven again now. Check engine's in neutral. That's actually the dash cluster. I just plugged it in so I can see that I'm getting oil pressure and everything, but I wouldn't normally drive it with it hanging around my knees like that. Nice smooth idle. There you go.
As Gareth starts a routine but thorough service, there's activity in a less oily corner of the business. Chloe is starting work on the soft furnishings.
Plan for today is recreating the old cushion, except it's going to be in this lovely red fabric here. And then we're going to use a cream piping instead of this piping here, which you see. What we're going to do as well is put a fluting in, so you can see it on this one. The old one, it's a bit flat, and in the new one, all these lines where I've drawn out here, these will all be top stitch.
Which will also add strength to the upholstery. A tip from Chloe's student days.
Yeah, I've got a degree in fashion, so that's how I ended up sewing.
How many car seats do you reckon you've done in your time?
Oh, do you know what? I've lost count now. I'd say maybe we'll get into the hundreds now, so.
In the workshop, Matt is dealing with the window surrounds, having found new replacements online.
So what we've done is we've cleaned up all the window frame, taken all the paint back to bare metal. We've cut out where the rot was, and then what we're going to do is measure up the pieces, get it to all fit nicely and weld them in. All the restoration parts we get never fit exactly into where you want them to go.
People often come to us with like a brand new transporter. They don't have anything in them at all, so we're kitting them out of the whole thing. Full seats, rock and roll bed, boarding out and interior. This is called scrim foam. I'm using 12mm one today. The thicker it is, the more padding you get with the fluting. Some people like to use a whole Pinterest board of ideas and stuff. You could have anything. You could have gone a bit crazy if you wanted. But I think because it's a restoration, you want to stick closer to the classic colours, the classic design. So yeah, I think you've chosen well.
Back with our house on wheels, and we've reached a very satisfying point in the restoration.
Just need to get that lovely cream pastel white paint back on and start getting it back together. Adam will be doing the painting. He's our professional body technician. Probably 2 coats of primer, followed by 2 to 3 coats of 2K paint, which is a paint mixed with a hardener, sometimes called 2-pack. It's often used on classic vehicles, so there's no clear coat to spray afterwards like you'd have with a modern metallic. There wasn't really a need for a full respray unless you're wanting to spend the money. There's only certain areas of corrosion. The rest of the paint was pretty good, so we're just repairing what's there and blending it all in, give it a polish, and hopefully it'll look like new.
A couple of days later, our van was back in the workshop. The respray, seamless, and other jobs are getting done too.
We've repaired the box at the back. It was just falling apart. It's quite important in a T25 because it's actually your bed platform as well as storage, so without it you're going to have an uncomfortable night's sleep. We've got that red theme going on. We've got the red roof canvas, the red curtains, and now the nice new red mats that we've had made as well. Got the dash back in, which is obviously a big job. And we've got a new 12-volt socket in. The radio works now with a new aerial, and then you can send your music to it on Bluetooth. Nicely painted bumpers. Most people tend to colour code these now. It'll just give it a much cleaner and fresher look. This is the front diffuser. You know, aerodynamics are very important on a vehicle that does 60 miles an hour. Lovely restored wheels. These have been shot blasted. Moon caps.
We're nearly there. Chloe's skillfully reupholstered seats have returned, but the next step might not be straightforward.
Yeah, try and work out how they go back in that overcomplicated 30-year-old bed system, so.
On tap for this bit, Joyner Lee.
See how good Dave is with the tape measure? This has got the little locky things which go onto them.
Is that sitting on the bedboard?
No, you've got your own little ledge here that it sits on.
Because we replaced the boards, we've lost the screw locations to where the bracketry went and what have you. So once the bed looks fine, then we'll put temporary tacks in, make sure it works, then we'll just final fix it.
To make sure the fluting all lines up, otherwise we get slapped by Chloe. All the ones we fit today are sort of a self-contained unit, whereas this was done probably at the time of the conversion, you know, in their way. Yes, it's not that bad now, we've worked it out.
It's looking really good. Interior-wise, I think we've done a good job at sort of modernising it without changing too much. It still looks classic as well, so yeah, I think I'm pleased with that aspect of it.
So we've not gone over the top. You could quite easily repainted the whole thing, done a whole new interior, but for this build, the whole purpose is to take it back to auction and try and preserve its character.
But with one small change.
Beautiful.
So how much did it all cost? Including tax and commission, it was £11,772 to buy. Parts were £1,729, and labour was £6,720, bringing the total to £20,221. All we need now are some free-spirited bidders at the auction. In Pickering, our Bangers bus has had a restful night, camped outside the showroom, and is now ready for its morning inspection.
Dave, it's warm enough for a holiday, isn't it?
It is. I don't mind a camper van, and I think if you're going to buy a VW, that's the model I would buy. When you come out and see one of those earlier models, they're just littered with faults. But if it's the later model, they just seem to be less problematic. But why have white wheels? It should have at least been the same colour as the van. But once you open the door and look in, first impressions in here, it's lovely.
And it's even got new curtains. It's all got new upholstery.
Yeah.
I mean, imagine yourself on the Côte d'Azur, the Costa del Plenty, Dave.
Yeah, Bridlington Bay, you mean, really, but yeah, OK. No, I like it. I genuinely like it. And you know me, if I don't like it, I'll tell you. Yeah.
So you are actually sat on the toilet, Dave?
There's been times I could have done with it driving along.
Seats, nice new.
Yeah, lovely.
All new upholstery.
Yeah.
Seats done.
Goodness. Oh. Oh, fab.
That's the West Wing up there.
Yeah. Honestly, I genuinely like it. Yeah. What a really nice, usable camper van. Weekend away. Perfect, isn't it? 407, the camper. I think it's great. There's something about it. It's just a real nice, straight thing. There you go. Anyway, without further ado, I've got some interest here. 13,000, 14, 15 on the screen, 16,000.
Oh,
16,
we're at 16.
This is his money.
Right.
As clean a one as you will find. 17, 17.5, 18 says David, 18, 18.5, 19 says Mark, 19. You may almost break even on this then, Andrew. You never know, you may. 19.3. 19.4, 19.5, 19.6, 19.7, 19.8, Mark. 19.9 says David, there you are. Oh, Mark is back in 20, sneaking in again, sneaking in. £20,000, your bid, Marky, I believe, at 20.
Try one more.
20,100, 20,002, Mark is back in again. Are we selling it to Mark at 20,200? Are we done? Thank you, Dave. 20,200, Mark, it's your phone bidder there at 20,200.
Sold at 20,200. Well done. Well done.
Brilliant.
By some strange but genuine fluke, we've almost broken even, if you forget that pesky commission, which is obviously a very good result for us. The camper will be staying in Yorkshire with its new owner, but there are plans for a grand tour of Scotland.